Everybody, you want to upscale an image? How about using a new feature in Photoshop called Generative Upscale? Are we ready for this? Let's do it. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, this is dedicated to photography and as a photo artist, pushing ourselves to think creatively out of the box. All right, we're going to take a look at a new feature in Adobe Photoshop. It is in the beta version. As of this recording, I recorded this in the beginning of August 2025. But it's not going to be seen till a little bit later in this month of August. So maybe it's changed, well, who knows, but it's something definitely to take a look at. So let's jump right into Photoshop and take a look at this feature. All right, so here in Photoshop, I'm just going to open up, I'm going to work with a couple images, and you're going to find that this is a hit and miss process. So I'm just double clicking on my workspace to get the open dialog box. I'm going to use this landscape image, and this image I actually purposely sized it down a bit, cropped in, and well, let's do this. If I go to the image drop-down menu right here and choose image size, you can see that this is approximately, like a little over 6 inches, but I'll just say 6 by 400 as a resolution. And I'm not going to use this called resample, but I can access to open Generative Upscale right here within this dialog box, or I'm going to cancel out of that for a moment. I could go over here to the image drop-down menu, and you can find it right there, Generative Upscale. The best way is your way. So it really doesn't matter. But let's take a look at this image. So I'm going to go to image size, and this is just the way I'm going to access the feature right here in the dialog box. But if you can just remember, this is approximately a 6 by 400 as a resolution. If I select this, open Generative Upscale, it's going to come up with this dialog box, and I can upscale this 2 times, 3 times, and maybe 4 times. We'll talk about why I said maybe a little bit later, because it's based on what I'm starting with as an image right here. So it will allow me to go 4 times. I'm just going to choose Upscale, click on that, and it's going to take a few seconds. It's going to look at the image. It is using AI. I believe also it is going out to the cloud to do this and then come back. And what's unique about this is, let me just slide this over, it actually creates a brand new image. So this is the original image right here on the tab, and this is what it created. Now, if you take a look over here in layers, if I click on the new image under this tab, ooh, I got 2 layers. This is the one that's upscaled up, and this is the original. So I can actually compare the two. So if I turn off the top one, this is the original, this is the upscale. Now, you can see a difference there, and a lot of times I'm finding out that this is definitely a hit and miss process with certain images. Let's take a look at the grass down here. And again, this is the upscaled version, and this is the original. Now, to me, almost the original looks better, right, than that. But again, we're looking at it, zoomed in quite a bit. So let's pull back on this. But let's take a look at the size. So if I go to Image, drop-down menu, and choose Image Size, you can see now at the 100 resolution, this is now 26 inches by 19 inches. So it increased in size quite a bit. If I need this for some reason for printing and I want it to be 300 res, I will not engage that checkbox, because if I do this, it's going to keep the original size and it's going to sample up, which means it's going to add pixels again that never existed before, and it's trying to take an educated guess. So it's basically like sampling up twice. And I don't think that's going to be a very good process. So I'm going to turn that off. So if I need this to be 300 or maybe 200, notice that it changes the size here. It doesn't get rid of pixels and doesn't add pixels to the image. So you're just changing the resolution. So now this becomes a 6 by, say, 8 inch. If I need it for 200, I can make that 200. And again, it'd be a 13 by 9, which is a pretty good size print, I should say. And again, 200 is probably enough. But again, I'm just going to cancel that. But we can just see that it did sample up the image 4 times. And again, the quality of that, I found that it's a hit and miss process. It tends to work better on some images versus others. And again, this is a beta version. And just a footnote to this before I get into the second image. To get the beta version, obviously you have to have a subscription with Adobe on the normal Photoshop. Just remember to, when you have Photoshop open, go to the Help drop-down menu right here and just choose Updates. And under Updates, when this opens up, there's the Home tab here. If you go to Apps down here, you could click on this which says Beta, and it'll show you all the beta, which you see right here. So there's the Photoshop beta. You could download that totally for free, and you can use it on your system. I mean, it doesn't interfere with the original version of Photoshop. So with that out of the way, again, not bad, but it is beta, and they do have some work and polishing up to do with this feature. But let's take a look. Let me close out of this. Not going to save that. So let's take a look at this image that I did a screen capture of when I talked about David Yarrow and got influence and actually went to a bar restaurant that you'll see in the near future. The shot I did as an inspiration with this shot right here. But if we go to, again, image, drop-down menu to image size right here, and we can see this is about 18 by 11. Resolution is 96. Again, it was just a screen capture off my computer. I'm going to cancel that. And I'm just going to go to image drop-down, and I'm going to choose Generative Upscale. So I'm going to do it a little bit different here. Same dialog box, but what happened here? Width and height exceeds 4,096. So I can't do 4. So I have to drop down to 3. Ooh, even 3 times is too big. Now, again, I'm hoping that this is changed in the final version that comes into our finalized version of Photoshop. But right now, I can only go 2 times. So what I want to pause here for a moment is, based on the original image you're using, if it's exceeding that 4,000, I think 96, let me go back here again. Yeah, 4,096 pixels on the height or width. If it exceeds that, it won't allow you to do that upscale. So I had to drop down to 2. So let's see what happens here. So I'm going to upscale this by clicking on the button. And again, it takes a few seconds for that to process. It is using AI. I do believe you have to have internet connection. I might be wrong. Most people are saying you do. And now this is the new image, because again, this is the original tab right here. That's what I started with. This is the upscaled one. Now let's take a look at Cindy Crawford over here. And this is the upscaled version. If I hide the top layer, there is the low res image. This one works far better, in my opinion, than it did the first time I did the landscape shot. So again, it is a hit and miss process. This does really well on this image. But again, what I want to emphasize is, again, this is a beta version. And hey, by the way, if you're learning anything, if you could do me a favor, and that is like the video, subscribe to if you have not subscribed, hit the notification bell. Next time I upload a video, you'll get notified on that. Okay, I'd like to get your opinion on this. When I end this, get out there and maybe try a low res image you have, or take a screen capture or something on the internet just for practice purposes, and try this feature and see what you think. And write some comments. Do you like this feature? I'm hoping that I'm just sort of paraphrasing some of the information I'm getting, not direct from Adobe, but from others, and that is, they want to be as good as any other third party out there that you would have to purchase for upscaling or upsizing an image and using AI. So Adobe wants to add that feature in the product. I think that's a great thing, because we'll get more value for our software. because everybody's whining and complaining about, oh, it used to be, $9.95 a month. Now it's $14.95, at least in the United States. And, but you're getting some more bang for the buck. They're improving their product. You're adding some more features. I like it. So yes, it does need some polishing up, but I like the fact that they are pushing hard to bring in something of high quality into Photoshop. All right, so with that out of the way, let's try this, see what you think, make comments. Until next time, see ya.